Hello and welcome to the video. This is a very quick review of these FPV goggles here. These are the updated Viper 2.0 from FXT. Now, the version 1 has been around for a little while. Lots of people reviewed it. There were a couple of little hiccups with it. 3-minute recording segments. Some of the channels were duplicated in the channel map, and they've brought out 2.0. Now, for those of you that already had bought the version 1, they have brought out a kit that you can use to update it. It's not fantastically straightforward because unfortunately there isn't kind of a simple USB way to update it. But this is the version 2 that's now available that has all of the changes in here. So while I unpack it, let me talk about what it actually is. It is a set of goggles that uses a 5-inch TFT LCD panel that has diversity built in, 800 by 480 pixels on there, so it'll display 16:9 and 4:3 nice, and you can actually switch between the two. That's one of the new features of the version 2 model. Also has a HDMI input as well as an AV input, so you want to watch movies or an external AV source on the goggles you can. The actual screen itself is removable. It snaps into the top of the enclosure, so you could use it on the desk if you wanted to use it for setup or something like that. And I have a similar set of goggles, a screen that I use a lot here already for that, and it comes in blooming handy just to sort everything out. Has a DVR built in too, 32 gig maximum SD card. A little micro SD card should do it for you, and it even has a little inbuilt speaker at the back as well. Now it comes in the beautiful case, and all the things that you need are inside there as well, and it is a very unusual design. And what it actually has, it almost works like a periscope in that the screen goes at the top, kind of above where your forehead is, and the antennas stick out the top of there, and then it's using 2 mirrors to bounce that image into your eye. The place where you actually put your eyes is this very soft rubber surround. So you're actually looking up through 2 mirrors, I'm guessing a lens or 2, because it just seems very easy to focus onto it, into the actual screen itself. And it is wide enough so that if you don't have particularly big glasses, it'll fit in there as well. Power connector at the back is an XT60, so you can use pretty much any battery that you've got knocking around. The battery is supported at the back, so the weight, it should be evenly distributed around your head. And we have this big foam pad at the front that the weight is really resting on, so it isn't resting on the bridge of your nose or around your eyes. So if you have maybe problems with things being actually on your eyes like conventional goggles are, then this might also work for you too. So inside the package you're going to find pretty much everything you need to rock and roll. The antennas that come with it are simple linear antennas. I'm going to use it with this little car here. This is the Basher Rockstar. I added FPV to it, and I've been running it around because it has a little linear antenna on top. It'll be perfect to use the supplied antennas on there as well. It's an SMA style connector, which is great if you like Fat Shark stuff like me. So I would recommend getting hold of a circular polarized antenna and a patch if you're going to be flying something like a multi-rotor or something else around with them. In use, they actually work very well indeed. The image is nice and clear, and here is some DVR footage as well, and the DVR works all right. It is about the same quality as most of the DVRs in these kind of goggles. So after playing with these things and putting them through their paces, what do I think? Well, the good news is it does work well. The screen works nicely, the arrangement for the mirrors to bounce the image into your eyes, and the focal length is nice and easy to use. The receivers seem nice and sensitive, and I was getting good range out of them, so there's a lot of technology inside that screen. It does address all the issues with version 1. Recording time is now 10-minute segments as opposed to 3, which is much more useful for the hobby. The aspect ratio is now switchable between 16:9 and 4:3. Popping it into 4:3, as you can see, gives you these black bars at the side. But that's easily done through the on-screen display menu that you can access using the joystick at the back of the panel. I do like the fact that the screen's removable. Again, I've had other goggles like this. The first time I saw something like this was in those Fat Shark Transformer goggles, and I still use that panel very regularly. You'll see it cropping up in lots and lots of my videos. It's just easy to have that on the bench when you're messing around setting up FPV kit to make sure that you've got things like the on-screen display elements in stuff like Betaflight in the right spots for the screen. I do like the fact it supports spectacles. There aren't an awful lot of FPV goggles out there that allow you to wear your spectacles and wear the goggles at the same time. Other ones we've looked at include things like the Quantum Cyclops, but this is another one that you can consider if you need sight correction. Couple of things to think about though with these. They're definitely not the coolest looking goggles on the planet by a long chalk. They do look a little bit goofy in my humble opinion, with all of that stuff kind of above your head and the very white plastic that you've got as well. You've got lots of room for stickers from your favourite manufacturer and YouTube channels, but it is very physically large in order to fit that periscope arrangement inside. The large forehead pad does remove on Velcro, but you're going to have to keep an eye on that. That is a place where in the sunshine you are going to perspire, and that is going to be absorbed by that pad. Similarly, there's a pad at the back of the head in front of where the battery sits as well. Hopefully there's going to be replacement ones sold of those. You can see that being taken off and run through with warm water and soap at a regular interval in hot, sweaty weather. DVR quality is okay, but it's only okay. The majority of these DVRs are the same. It's recording at 640 by 480, a little SD card in the side, and you just press the little button by the right hand antenna to start and stop recording. There is a little bit of light leak. It depends on the shape of your face, I guess, but on mine I was finding that around the cheek area and over the bridge of the nose there was light coming in. Now that did actually work a little bit for me. In use I didn't notice it as much, but it did mean that I could easily look down under the goggles and actually see where I'd left the radio by my feet to pick it up, where normally I'm having to leave the goggles perched on my forehead and then slide them down with one hand while holding the radio with the other. And the last thing I found was that the weight of them, they aren't particularly heavy, but that is quite a distance away from your face to have all that weight. Similarly with the battery at the back, although the weight is evenly distributed, I did find that they were a little bit more tiring to wear than some of the lighter goggles on the market. But I'm pleased to see that FXT addressed the issues with version 1. I'd have also liked to see a USB port at the side to be able to flash firmware and make improvements in the future rather than have to go and buy additional kits. Buying additional hardware to flash firmware onto stuff is something we haven't really had to do in the hobby for many a year. So hopefully FXT, when they design the version 3 of these, will have a USB port at the side that will make changing the settings and updating the firmware an awful lot simpler. If you found that video useful or like the content, then please hit the like and subscribe button down below. If you want to go the extra step, you can become a Patreon of the Painless 360 channel and help provide support for what I do here. All the videos created here are put into playlists, so if you're interested in a particular topic, have a look at the playlist, and they all are organised in there to make them easier to use. If you're not sure if there's a video for your particular problem or topic you want to know more about, then add Painless 360 to the Google search term that you're interested in, and that should find the video, article or content about the particular thing that you're interested in having a look at.